Right, guys, this is a little bit of a different video than what I normally do. Now, over the past few months, I'm getting inundated with messages of how is Ed Sweeney. Now, we do know that he's obviously not in a great place at the moment, but he kind of is because he's got a lot of people around him. Now, what I want to do is, on this video, I'm going to bring in Chris, which is Eddie's best mate. And Chris has been taking care of Eddie for the past year. You would have known, you've seen him out here in January when we had a holiday together. And basically, he's been generally a great guy. So, Chris, first of all, let me say thank you very much for joining us on this one, because he's going to save me a lot of writing, a lot of messages. So, Chris, let us know. Let's talk about Eddie at the moment. How is Eddie doing at the moment?
Yeah, he's slightly up and down. He was a bit better yesterday. I took him out for something to eat yesterday. On Friday, he was a bit down and that, so I took him home a bit early to the care home and that. And so some he has good days, bad days. My brother was down about last week for 4 days. We had 4 really great days. I think that gave him a lift because he's known my brother as long as I've known Eddie as well, you know. And so we had some good sessions and that, you know. We were out all day Tuesday night and whatever. Thing is, when he can get drunk, but I've got to push him home. It's all right for him because I'm trying to push someone because Eddie goes into that lumpy weight and all that. Because the wheelchair's not the best of wheelchairs. And, yeah. So yeah, he drops levels out. So I'd say that's what's happened so far.
No, he's staying at the moment in a care home. Do you want to tell us a bit about the care home?
It's not all that good. It's pretty poor actually, but there's nowhere else for him to put him. The only advantage it's got is the location of it. You know, the 3 or 4 pubs we use, one's eating, the shops and all that, but the accommodation is very poor. I think it's under investigation, or it's, you know, it's not running right, and they're not really looking after him that good. But Mandy's been on the back a lot to say, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. And because I've got 2 daughters, one a paramedic, one who's in responding care, they're sort of booking their ideas up now. But Mandy's always having to tell them, you know what I mean, give them off, do this, do that, you know. So because of the location, Eddie will stick with it now, you've seen it, which it is. Yeah. It takes me about 20 minutes to drive there. But, yeah, it's not but there's nothing else around for him, you know. There's just nothing else around. So.
I mean, that's a real shame. But I mean, as long as he's okay, and you, just so you know, guys, Mandy is Chris's wife, and who's been an absolute diamond as well as Chris. And he's got his 2 daughters there as well. They're going in there and making sure they book their ideas up. I mean, the government as well. Let me just go into something else here. The government are basically trying to, you know, I mean, Eddie's been a taxpayer all his life. You know, he's a very honest guy, Eddie, just down to earth. He doesn't want to rip anybody off. He doesn't want to, you know, he'll pay everything, you know. It feels a bit unfair, doesn't it? The sort of the treatment where they pour him. And basically, they're after his money.
They are, absolutely. Because we said to them in the past for the last year, you don't come and see him without one of us, me and Mandy, be there. We've told you, when you transfer him, you phone us. They never did. But what happened is they have an assessment over Zoom, and they never told us. So Eddie was there with one of the carers who doesn't really know him. Anyway, so they're asking him questions like, do you go out? And he's going, yes. They just wanted to tick boxes. Now, when he said, yes, I do, yeah, but they're not asking him, he goes out in a wheelchair strapped to it and all that. So they're thinking, oh, he must be all right. And what it is, they're just ticking boxes to get his money. So the assessment has been gone through, and they're not getting the full amount what they want for this care home because it's way overpriced for what it is. It's a dump.
I think that's what Eddie said, isn't it? Eddie said that. Eddie said, you know, I don't mind paying, but this is a dump, and it's just, and they're charging quite a bit of money.
£1,000 a week, and he's in a room, and that's all he's got. They feed him, but because there's all pensioners in there, like, so the food they do is all mushed up. But Eddie's the youngest guy in there, and he's isolated in one room because he's been to Thailand and because he had some worms. So they don't want him to be with the general public. Well, he won't be with them anyway because they've got dementia. They're very old people, so Eddie's not going to sit amongst them. He's not that he doesn't want to or nothing, but
so he's a bit younger.
But yeah, and they keep him isolated because this Thailand thing is the same with the hospital. he got his own room just because you've been to Thailand. I think Martin mentioned it once on one of his shows. If you want to get a private room in hospital, just say you've been to Thailand in England.
That's a good tip for you guys. If you want to get your own private room in hospital, tell you've been to Thailand, which is absolutely absurd, really. But
it is.
I mean, I don't get that. I mean, I just think things probably just as modern here nowadays, anyway. Right now, just let's go into something else here. Obviously, you know, Eddie was given. I mean, it was over 12 months ago now, well over 12 months ago. Yeah. I don't know how far to go back on this one, but they gave Eddie between 12 and 15 months to live, which Eddie's quite clear and he knows about. So we're now looking at around about 16, 17 months. So he's actually gone over.
He has, yeah, he's gone over. He has gone over because they said the younger people go to 15 months. He's gone over. I mean, would they count it from the first operation in England or the first one in Thailand? Probably the first one in England, which was way back as well, you know. Yeah.
Well, I think they count it from sort of in Thailand when he was diagnosed with it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm presuming, because I have looked at this. But the point is, what I'm saying, guys, is we're over that period now. But so we know we're over that period, Chris, and most people would have gone by now. How was Eddie though? How was he yesterday?
He was better yesterday. We went out something to eat. I sent you for a couple of photos, didn't I? And that. He only eats when he goes out with me, really, because I say he doesn't eat the food in there basically. So when he comes out, he does eat a lot. You know, we have just good days, bad days. Some days I look and go, oh God, is he okay? You know, and then I'll go the next day and he's up, and it's hard to say. You know, if he's going up, if he's dropping down, he'll level out, drop level. I spoke to you the other day, so that's where I'm seeing it at the moment. But you know, he's still there, and he can still smile, laugh at the joke. It's really laughing at the joke. That's what gets me, you know. Yeah, people could be a bit nasty, but Eddie's just like, because we got a lot to talk about, me and Eddie, the past and whatever, and I think, wow, but you know, we just get carried away with it, you know. You know, yes, he's still got a good humour about him and all that, and but it's just amazing. Sometimes you think there was nothing wrong, because we showed the photos some of the family back home, this one I sent you, and they were saying, he looks fine. He looks all right. When you sat outside, he did,
actually, I've seen some of them pictures. What you sent me one last week, and I thought, actually, he looks better than he's ever done. Because he's lost a bit of weight, and his face looks nice and clean. He's not drawing, is he? You know, he's not. No. I think maybe. I mean, some people might disagree with this, but I think Eddie made the best move by not having the chemotherapy.
Yeah, I think he realised that. The last time he seen the doctor, maybe 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago, and the doctor did say, he doesn't try and push Eddie to make what decision, basically, but he did say you're having more quality than, you know, you're having more quality, you know, short of more quality, you know what I mean? I think Eddie's realised that, and he's had plenty of time to take this all in, I think, Nick, so...
Yeah, he does, and tell us that you took him. He's been to Motown nights.
It was a Northern Soul it was, and all that. Yeah, we went a couple of weeks ago, and that. There's loads of steps where people pick the wheelchair up and all that, lifted it into the bar, you know, because you have to go down these steps, and that there was no ramp.
Sorry, I was just saying that's one thing now. Eddie can't do much, can he? You know, because obviously he's got brain cancer, so it's affecting everything now. It's affecting, you know, his movements. He can't walk. It's affecting his hands. He can't. So anybody out there who's messaging Ed, he can't message back.
Yeah, he can't really use. He can't really do signals properly now as well. It's a scribble. He can't really use his right hand, which is his right hand. Yeah, he can't text back. He knows you've been texting him and sending messages, and because sometimes he texts me, but I know what he means to get in touch and phone, because he's got no credit on the phone. But he did happen to phone me yesterday. But yeah, I say we know a guy, Brian, who's got a wheelchair taxi, and he said anytime you phone, you can take him out and things like that, you know. And he's sound. He'll take Eddie out. But we haven't been going out as much of lately. It's been because where we are, the pub we go to, the music's good in there. There's not one we eat, so the one we, and then everything's in and around where we the location. But if anything else comes up like that, yeah, we'll be taking them to them, you know, definitely.
Yeah,
but he enjoyed them so.
Now, Chris, I just want to talk about now. You've had to speak to Eddie about that. It was very difficult in the beginning, but you've got to think about the end and what's going to happen here. And now Eddie he's giving you the power of attorney, and he wants his ashes coming to Thailand. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, well, eventually, yeah, he wants it all taken to Thailand, which you've bespoke about that and other things, you know. So we'll arrange that as time comes on. Yeah, it's his spiritual home, isn't it, Nick? So you know, that's where he wants to be. And I said, anything you want to be, he'll have his ashes over there. He wants some spread around sunny honey. he spread a lot of legs over there as well, didn't he? So he just I was saying that to him the other day, and he was laughing. He said, "Yeah, I said you have spread enough legs there." So he said, "Yeah, he's more than happy with that."
You told me he said he feels like he's going home and he's made up about that.
He will be, yeah, definitely, yeah. We'll arrange it this end. What's going to happen here with the you know, body thing and cremation. I ain't saying the words, but the cremation and all that. So we'll arrange that and whatever. And then when I'll be coming over with them. Just got to get a few certificates though. You got to have about 3 or 4 different certificates, but that won't be a problem. But we just thought you straightforward, we get on a plane, but it's not as simple as that. You've got to have at least 3 certificates from various people, but that won't be a problem. But not knowing that, you know, it just shows, you know, you can't just take them with you and go on the plane. You
can't. No. You might think it's a bag of drugs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We all sniff the dogs and all that. Eddie hasn't done a drug in his life, so they're wasting the time there.
So I know this is a horrible thing to say now. I mean, we've gone over now, aren't we? We're probably. I know that from here, we're 17 months in. How long would you estimate that Eddie's sort of got left now? And from what you see him every other day. What would you think now?
God, some days you think it's a few days, then you think it's a couple of months. So maybe a month to 2, something like that. Yeah, but no one may go longer.
You'll still be in January.
He'll turn up in January in person.
You say I'm coming with you, Thailand.
I know we were out yesterday eating and I said, "Do you know what, Ed? Wouldn't it be great if we sat at an airport?" Now he says, "You know what I mean?"
Now I'm pretty sure everybody out there is very appreciative of what you've done, and Mandy and the family. Yeah. I mean, you've had him for over 12 months. And I want to say thank you to you because when he left here, it would, without you, Chris, it would have been very difficult for him back in the UK. I mean, I know I took care of you for 6 weeks, whatever it was. You've had the massive, massive take care of your whole family, and I know you've been there. I know Mandy's been bollocking everybody, making sure he's okay. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Eddie's very appreciative of you. So I'm pretty sure I can say to everybody out there, thank you very much for everything you've done for Eddie, because he's absolutely loved Eddie.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, you've seen he is. He's a big star, isn't he? But when I was over there with him, people shaking his hands, having selfies with him and all that, and I'm thinking, wow, look at you, he's rock star there and all that. He was. Every street he walked up and all that. But
he's very humble though. He's not big or anything. He's just an humble guy.
No, he's not. He's just not. He's just a down to earth guy. You know what I mean? He's amazing. It's just that he's still now. It baffles me every day. You think, how has it come to this? Where did all this happen? Because when I seen him when he left in January over a year ago, and I thought, okay, you may miss it, but I know you're going to be happy, whatever. And then 3 months later, he's back, and I'm thinking, how has this happened? It just baffles me. Sometimes now I think, how has this happened? Yeah, it is, and it's just for the people, because he's sound. It's a shame it's the good people sometimes, isn't it? These kind of things happen to, and but yeah, right. So He's taking it. He's sort of, you know, he still loves a laugh and a joke and everything. You know, but yeah, I'll see him tomorrow and all. I told him I'd be doing this, and he's all made up and all that. I said I'll be into YouTube and all that now, and whatever. He's like, yeah.
Anyway, Chris, I want to thank you for coming on. Thank you for giving everybody an update. It takes a lot of the pressure off me because I get inundated. You know, of course, that's what I do anyway. But I get hundreds of messages, and even it from the horse's mouth from you. So, Chris, appreciate you very much, and thank you for taking care of Eddie as well.
Yeah, not a problem, Nick. Yeah, it's a thing I'd have done any, you know. Yeah. And thanks for what you've done for us as well. You give him a great time out there, you and Martin. He absolutely. And I did watch them videos back to back for the first time because I know they're a bit emotional. So I showed my brother them do the night and that, and it's the first time I've had the courage to watch them because the first time it ripped me to bits when it was in Pattaya and that. But yeah, Nick, that's fine. And obviously I'll be getting in touch with you probably now every Sunday, so give you an update. And anything new, I'll let you know in advance anyway, Nick. But yeah, and it's great being seen to see you again and all that. And when I'm out there next time, we'll have a great time, obviously, you know. So yeah, and I look forward. Yeah, I look forward.
Chris, thank you very much for everything you've done.
No, not a problem, mate. Thanks. Yeah. All right, mate. Take care, mate. Take care, Martin. Thanks very much.
A big thank you to Chris there for joining us. So you've heard it there from the horse's mouth. One thing I didn't mention there, and I'll mention it now, that he's in the past week, he's actually gone on to morphine, which so far he hasn't had. So I think that's coming up to a sign. And look, guys, that was the best we could do. I know it's not great audio and it's not a great picture, but that was Chris on his phone. I'm actually on my phone as well. And anyway, I hope that's good enough for you. And we'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you.